Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me for this quick flexibility flow. During this class, we're going to work through different poses to help you gain flexibility as well as release tension. It's going to be short and sweet, so it's a perfect class to do if you don't have a lot of time, if you want to pair it with any of my other flows. If you know you're a bit tighter, I'll recommend you grabbing 2 blocks or anything that you can think of to replace it. And when you're ready, just go ahead and meet me on the mat.
Baby, it's 2:30 and I should probably head back home, but I'm afraid to be alone. What do I know?
Alright, so when you guys are ready, you can go ahead and grab your blocks, place it on both sides of the mat towards the top of your mat, because that's probably where you're going to need them to begin. And slowly make your way into a modified child's pose. So instead of having your big toes to touch, just keep your feet parallel and bring your knees as you usually would, so a little wider than hips distance. Slowly walk your hands a little further, let your forehead maybe melt onto the mat. I'll invite you to close your eyes if you haven't already done so. Take a moment to connect with your breath. On your next inhalation, go ahead and plant the hands down onto the mat. Take a big inhale, draw your chin into your chest, round into the upper back, and roll forward. When your shoulders are over your wrists, go ahead and drop the belly, exhale. Lift the tail, lift the gaze, and let your hips glide you back to that same position. When you make it back again, inhale, draw the chin to the chest, roll forward. When you make it back, exhale. So drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. Let your hips guide you back. Last one like this. Inhale, roll forward. And this time, exhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, take the back toes, and let your hips guide you back to downward facing dog. When you're here, maybe you need to readjust yourself. Make sure you're taking enough space on your mat. Let your feet are hips distance, fingers are spreading wide. Chest is melting towards your thighs. Imagining that your armpits are looking at each other. On your next inhalation, we're going to go ahead and take these spinal waves again, but in down dog. So go ahead, take a big inhale, draw your chin to your chest. Roll forward to high plank. When your shoulders are over your wrists, exhale. So drop the belly, lift the tail, bend the knees as much as you need, and let your hips glide you all the way back to downward facing dog. When you make it back again, inhale to roll forward. Exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail. Let the hips glide you back. Head is the last thing to come down. Last one here. Inhale to roll forward. Exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail. This time when you make it back, let your right leg lift up towards the sky, coming in a 3-legged dog. On your next inhalation, open the hip and bend into that right leg. Taking a side twist. Looking maybe up and over that right shoulder. On your next inhalation, come back to that 3-legged dog, so square out your hips. Next inhale, lift your left heel off the mat, looking between your hands. Simply tuck that right thigh to chest. Bring your right foot in between your hand. Lower the left knee on the ground. Inhale, arms come up and overhead, low lunge. Here, making sure that your knee is over your ankle. So maybe you want to grab onto your blocks here. We're gonna do some waves, some little flow between low lunge and half split. So inhale, shift your hips back, keeping your hips square, belly button is up and in, that front leg is straight, foot is flexed. Inhale to your straight back, maybe you're using your blocks. Exhale, try and let it melt wherever you are. Next, inhale, shift your hips forward, coming back to your low lunge. And here, option to keep your hands onto your blocks or maybe lift your arms up and overhead. Exhale, let it sink. Again, inhale, straight back to that half split. Exhale, let it melt. Inhale, shift it forward, so wherever you are. Maybe you want to keep the blocks, maybe you don't need the blocks. Inhale, shift it back. Since this is the last one, when you exhale, go ahead and try and let it melt and hold wherever you are. Keeping that front foot flexed, belly button is up and in. Try and keep that spine straight and long. So, wherever you are, even if you're here, doesn't matter. Next, inhale, shift your hips forward, bring it back to the low lunge. Go ahead and bring your arms maybe up and overhead. Exhale fully. Next, inhale, go ahead and tuck the back toes. Lift up, high lunge. On your next inhalation, go ahead and cactus the arms. Slight bend backwards. Exhale to sway forward. Go ahead and bring that right hand behind and grab that right ankle. We're going to go ahead and try and take up into standing split wherever you are, doesn't matter. Put that left hand down and slowly kick up wherever you are. Doesn't matter if your split is perfectly straight or not. Next exhalation, just lower that foot down beside that right one. Take a big inhale, coming into a straight back. So maybe your hands on your blocks or on the mat or on the floor. Exhale, simply let it melt into a fold wherever you are. Shifting the weight towards the tip of your toes. Inhale, straight back. And exhale, let it melt. Inhale, go ahead and rise up, all the way up. Arms come up and overhead. Exhale, palms come together to heart. Inhale again, arms rise up. Slight bend back. And exhale, simply dive it forward into a fold. Inhale, straight back. And exhale, simply plant the hands down and step back into that down dog. When you're here, take a full breath. On your next inhalation, taking these spinal waves again. So take a big inhale, draw your chin to your chest, roll forward, exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. Let your hips guide you all the way back. Again. Inhale to roll forward. And exhale. Bend the knees as much as you need here. Head is the last thing to come down. Last one. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. When you make it back this time, left leg comes up towards the sky. Three-legged dog. Inhale, go ahead and bend into that left leg, opening your hip towards the side. Maybe looking up and over that left shoulder. Next inhalation, bring it back to center, square out those hips. Inhale, lift your right heel off the mat. Bring that left thigh to your chest. Exhale. Foot in between your hands. Lower the back knee. Hands come up and overhead. Low lunge. Here again. Maybe you like to have your blocks. We're going to take that little flow again. So wherever you are, take a big inhale and shift your hips back. Scroll out those hips. Spine is straight and long. Exhale, try and let it melt wherever you are. Inhale, shift your hips forward to that low lunge. Maybe you stay here, maybe you raise the arms up and overhead. Exhale to settle. Inhale, go ahead and sway back into the half split, straight back. Belly button is up and in, spine is straight and long. Exhale, try and melt. Inhale, forward. Again, maybe arms come up and overhead. Maybe they stay down on your blocks. And inhale, straight back. This is the last one. So on your exhale, try and let it melt and hold it wherever you are. Keep your belly button up and in, spine is straight and long. Next inhale, go ahead and shift your hips forward, coming back into that low lunge. Arms come maybe up and overhead. Exhale fully. Inhale, take the back toes. Go ahead and lift up, high lunge. Next inhalation, go ahead and cactus the arms. Slight bend back. Sway forward. You're going to go ahead and do that standing split again. So grab that left hand behind your left ankle. Try and kick up wherever you are. And on your exhale, lower that right leg beside the other one. Inhale, straight back, and exhale. Let it melt again wherever you are. Next inhale, come back to your straight back. Slowly start to walk your feet a little wider. So bring your toes out, heels in. Slowly on your exhalation, lower your bum down, back, coming into yogi squat. Bring your hands to prayer to heart, using your arms to press your thighs out here, getting a little bit of a hip stretch. Keeping your spine straight and long. On your exhalation, try and lower your bum down, bring your thighs to your chest. I'm going to go ahead and face this way so you guys can see a little bit better. You can stay facing the mat this way. Simply bring your legs as wide as your flexibility allows you to. Today we're going to take a pancake fold. So when you're here, take a big inhale. Belly button is up and in, spine is straight and long. We're simply going to take some little pelvic tilts forward. So rocking, you're kind of popping your booty out. 2 more. Next inhalation, slowly start to walk your hands forward and maybe melt your chest. Maybe not. Just focusing on keeping your spine straight and long and that little pelvic tilt. And breathing. Two more breaths here wherever you are. Next inhalation, slowly start to walk your hands back. Bring your thighs back into your chest. Maybe give yourself a little shake from side to side. Now simply come onto your block. You maybe want to move your blocks, and come onto your back. So slowly making your way onto your back. So legs are just straight out in front of you, arms are by your side. On your next inhalation, you can go ahead and bring both thighs to your chest. Maybe clasp your hands together. Bring your thighs closer to your chest. Maybe give yourself a few rocks from side to side. Next inhalation, go ahead and bring your arms up and overhead. Palms are facing up. We're going to take a little rock back and take a gentle plow pose. So rock your legs straight back. Maybe flex the toes here. Make sure the belly button is up and in so that your hips are stacked. Maybe you want to try and bend the legs and bring them by your side. Again, I'm not going to ask you to do any crazy contortion moves. Simply staying here or your legs straight. Wherever you are. So next inhalation, go ahead and simply roll back down. Try and keep your legs straight and bring them all the way down. Bring your arms by your side. Go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to finish this practice by taking a few breaths in Savasana. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I truly hope that you enjoyed this short and sweet, quick flexibility flow, and that you have a wonderful day. Namaste.
Till I go now.